Hey folks, this is Anthony. We got Willie Moe here coming at you with our next top 10 video because we're taking a break from Will's awesome category of comic characters explained because I did more editing than I care to ever want to do. And he didn't do nothing.
Yeah, you're so right.
That's the way he is. He puts it all on me.
Anyway, I can't wait to talk about.
I'm not done talking about that.
Hey, I know. I want to talk. Since you say I do nothing. Anyway, we're talking about Christmas comic covers.
No, we're not. We're talking about Santa Claus comic covers. The cover has to have Santa Claus on it.
Okay.
Get it right.
It's the same thing, though. It's Christmas.
I hear you. Bah humbug.
You know, that's funny you say that, considering the fact you put all this Christmas stuff up. Okay.
Well, you know, that's the way I am. I'm a good dad. You know, I want my kids
you have Christmas
enjoy the season.
Yeah, you have Christmas spirit.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Even though I don't get anything for Christmas, but that's okay.
I gave you a coffee mug last time. That's all you need.
All right. So we are about to be back with our top 10 Santa Claus comic covers right after this. Whoop! All right, guys and gals, we're back here with our top 10 Santa Claus comic covers. And Willie Moe, I know you're a big fan of Christmas.
I love Christmas.
Because you probably get more than any other kid on the planet Earth. But,
yep.
You know, what's your thoughts about Christmas this year going into the season? You're a senior in high school. Oh, and Willie Moe just got accepted to Dalton State College. Congratulations for that.
I love Dalton State. It's a great school. Anyway, answering your first question, Christmas is kind of surreal, I guess you could say. I mean, it's 18th Christmas, you could say.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm senior. It's pretty much my last Christmas break I'll ever get in high school.
Well, and Mom, when she was still alive, she really loved Christmas. Lori's favorite thing was Christmas. I mean, she couldn't get enough of it. It was Christmas movies usually starting in about November, and then we watched them all the way to probably about February. That's kind of the way it was.
Maybe we can do a top 5 Christmas movies.
Maybe we can. We'll think about that.
Or top 10, I mean.
But Owen seems to be fired up about Christmas this year. As you guys have seen, every Comic Haul video, he talks about the Christmas tree.
Well, let's just hope he's sleeping as well as he is right now on Christmas Day, on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, I'm sure he will. All right. Well, whose time is it to go first on our comic covers for Santa Claus?
I think I will go first.
All right.
Because I don't remember our last top 10 video.
Okay.
On number 5 is Superman's Christmas Adventure number 1. Came out in 1940, and cover artist was Fred Ray. And published by DC. And I really like this cover because it's got Superman carrying Santa to a chimney. And it's basically called Superman's Christmas Adventure. And it can't be more classic than that. And it just raised holiday spirit when you looked at it. It just Santa Claus being carried up to the chimney. And it's pretty neat. I really like that cover.
Well, you're talking about the 40s where that was the beginning of comics. And comics were always geared more toward children then. You know, the stories were more kid-friendly than what we have now. Comics were 10 cents, you know, something that even a kid could afford most of the time. Now I think they're like $6.99 for a comic book or $3.99. I'm not even sure. I don't buy a whole lot of new comics, but I know some of them are $6.99. But those older comics, like what you're doing, the Golden Age comics, we had a lot more Christmas covers, and some of mine are Golden Age as well, as you'll find out, but that's a good start. All right, my number 5 is an interesting one. It is Jonah Hex, one of my favorite characters, number 34 from March 1980, and Luis Dominguez did the cover on this, and this is a good cover. It's got Jonah Hex. He's already killed one Santa Claus, and he's got a gun on another one, and he's saying if this Santa Claus don't deliver some toys to these kids pretty soon, there's going to be 2 dead Santa Clauses around here. Apparently, the story is something about some outlaws that were dressing up as Santa Claus that were trying to rip off and rob people, and Jonah Hex to the rescue, trying to spread a little bit of bounty hunter Christmas cheer, I think, in this book. But it's a really cool book. Jonah Hex, of course, everybody knows, one of my favorite comic characters, and I was surprised when I started looking. I don't remember that book. I had a lot of the Jonah Hex books. I didn't remember that, but when we started looking up Santa Claus cover, that one popped up, and I said, "Oh, yeah, Jonah Hex had a Santa Claus cover. That's cool." So I had to get that one.
Well, my number 4 is Action Comics number 105, and it looks pretty similar to my first one I said. And this book came out in 1946, and the cover artist was Stan K and Wayne Borton. And here's the thing about this cover. Superman, instead of carrying Santa up to the chimney in this new cover, he was helping him get down the chimney. Seeing that Santa got stuck in the chimney and Superman was trying to help him.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool cover.
Yeah, I've seen that cover. I think Night Tiger Comics showed that cover the other day on a video of his that I watched.
Well, if in a high grade, it's about $1,000 for that book. I mean, it's a pretty good book.
Yeah.
But
well, Mike has a lot of great
one
books.
quick comment before I move on. I've always found this cover artist, when I looked at it, I found this cover artist's name pretty funny when it comes together. Stanky.
Stan K, is that his name?
Yeah, Stanky.
Stan K. Stan K actually is a very famous comic artist, Golden Age artist. Did a lot of covers for Superman and Action Comics, so that's a good one right there. All right, well, my next one, number 4, is Marvel Holiday number 1 from 1992. Cover artist Arthur Adams, no relation to the great Neil Adams. This is just a cool book that Marvel started coming out with these yearly, and this one has all the Marvel characters on the cover. It's a wraparound cover, and all the Marvel characters are chasing Santa Claus in it. And I've not read this book, but it's a really cool cover. I really like it. I enjoy that one. It's a white cover book too, which is hard to get in a high grade if you don't take care of those for sure.
Also, folks, I'm sorry if I cough a lot during this video. I think I've got some kind of cold. Caught some kind of cold.
If y'all want me to, I will slap him every time that he coughs.
Well,
we can have a slap
camera.
I
usually have this little tickle in my throat, and I can't get it out. So
hey, let me get that out for you. Let me give you a throat punch.
Hey, let's not do that. No. We got to appease our audience here. But anyway, speaking of Neil Adams, my number 3 is Hot Wheels number 6. It came out in 1971, and this was actually written by Neil Adams. Mm-hmm. And it was published by DC, of course. Now, I like this book because it's got a woman and a guy trying to help the woman up, but it's also got like a car-like sleigh with Santa in it driving right towards them. Right. And I don't really know the plot of this book, but I feel like this cover was really, really good. Because I guess because it was Neil Adams that wrote this cover, but I don't really know him to do a Hot Wheels cover.
Well, in the '60s, that's when Hot Wheels came out with their Red Line series, and I had some of those Red Lines when I was a kid. And my brother Stacy, he was a big time Hot Wheels collector, but Hot Wheels caught fire in the '60s, and I don't think that that volume of comics, that Hot Wheels, ran for a very long period of time, but they've actually become very collectible now. A lot of people are trying to buy them, and that Neil Adams cover, I don't think he did very many Hot Wheels covers, and that'd be a good one to have right there. He's, of course, one of my favorite ones. Number 3 for me is Christmas with the Superheroes, number 1. This is a treasury type book. From 1975. Nick Cardy on the cover art for this one. Of course, Nick Cardy, great artist. This book reprints a lot of Christmas stories from the past, and it's just a really cool book. I do not own this one, but I am going to try to get this book after seeing this cover with just the Christmas wreath and all the heroes standing inside the Christmas wreath. I thought it was really cool with Santa Claus as well. So that's one of my favorites.
All right, well, my number 2 is actually a pretty modern book. Came out in 2016. Power Man and Iron Fist Sweet Christmas number 1. Pretty long title. Mm-hmm. But this the cover artist for this one was Jamal Campbell. and this was published by Marvel. Now, I like this cover because even though it's modern, it's got this little brightness to it because it's modern. It's got Iron Fist basically high-fiving Santa Claus and Power Man taking like the money of the robbers they beat up and they got sitting in front of them and pouring it into a child's charity box.
Right.
And it's it's really neat cover, and it spreads Christmas cheer, and it's really nice book.
Yeah, I don't know much about that one, but I saw that one that you picked it, and I thought, well, that's a pretty cool cover.
I just like here's the thing I like about modern. It's more bright. Of course, like because you got more materials in the modern days. It was just so bright. It's just so colorful. It's a very colorful cover.
An eye popper. Yeah. All right. Well, my number 2 is because everybody knows I love horror books. And even I could find a horror book
A horror Christmas
has
book?
a Christmas book, and
A
that's
horror Christmas
The Witching Hour number 28 from 1973. Nick Cardy again on the cover art with this one, and you got a skeleton Santa Claus sitting on
a combination
sitting
of
in
two.
his chair. Yeah, I have not read this book. This is another one that I'd like to get my hands on. Didn't even know nothing about it until I started looking up some of these covers. It's really cool looking, as you see, as we put it on the screen there. Got to have a horror book in there, Willie Mo. I'm a horror book fan, So, a horror Christmas.
Now, for my number 1, is probably this is one of my favorite holiday books. Iron Man number 254 came out in 1990. And the artist was Bob Layton, and publisher was Marvel. And now in this book, I really like this because you got Iron Man like blocking bullets. You got Santa shooting the like miniguns at him, or you could say the rifle at him. And it says on the bottom, "Ho ho homicide." And I really like that book. It's really cool looking. Even though it's got some seriousness to it with Iron Man, it's got a little bit of holiday cheer with Santa in that cover. And I really like this cover.
Bob Layton did a lot of great covers for Marvel, and I think he did a bunch of Iron Man covers, if I remember right. But that's a good one. I saw that one on there, and I thought, pretty good number 1 right there for sure. All right, well, my number 1 big reveal is a Golden Age. The only Golden Age I had in the whole list, believe it or not. But it's Batman number 27, very famous cover from 1945. And Jack Burnley did this cover art, and this is a very high dollar book to get. It's got Batman and Robin with Santa Claus on the cover. I think Santa Claus is on the cover on that one. I hope he's on the cover. I can't remember thinking about it right here, but you'll be able to see it right here. And if he ain't on the cover, you'll be like, Dad, you messed up and didn't put Santa Claus on the cover. I remember it's Batman and Robin. They've got a bag full of toys. So
no, Santa is on this cover.
Santa's on that
so
cover.
I'll tell you about this cover because I saw it.
Okay.
Santa's walking forward, and Robin and Batman, I think, are trying to help him get the bag, the bag of toys.
I thought he was on it, but that's a really cool cover. Again, a lot of times, I don't own a lot of these Golden Age books, but a lot of times on these seasonal books, you might not even had a Christmas story in there, but it did have a Christmas cover. So I just thought it was really, really cool. Those Golden Age Batman books are something else.
All right, well, I guess that'll do it for us today.
Well, I guess we have spread enough Yuletide cheer for this week, Will. So we'll have to save up some more Yuletide cheer
for next week.
Spread it next time.
All right.
But we'll be back over the weekend with another comic haul video, and I don't really know what we're going to do it on yet, but got an idea, but I'm going to save it until I'm sure. What's your thoughts on the big SEC championship?
Georgia and Alabama. All right. Well, I can't wait for this game. People are saying Alabama will win by a good bit. I think Georgia will turn the tide for this one. I think they can beat Alabama. I feel like they could have beat Alabama last time. They just weren't trying real well.
As we film this video, Georgia's actually a 2.5-point favorite. And I'm not a betting man or a gambling man, but if I was, and I hate to say this, I'd probably have to take Alabama and lay that 2.5.
You know,
or take the 2.5.
You gonna put the parlay on?
No, until Georgia beats them and gets over the hump, I don't know if I believe we can beat them anymore. Well, it seems like we've had teams that are more talented in the past, but we find ways to lose games. When you talk about the SEC championship and the national championship, the one year that we lost in overtime to Tagovailoa or whatever his name is, but. Maybe Georgia will pull it out. I'm pulling for them real hard, but I believe it when I see it. You know what I mean? So.
All right. Well.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for this week. Again, thanks for watching. If you like our content, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, give us a like, and comment on this video, and hype us up as well. But we'll see you next time. Again, everybody have a great rest of the week. Have a Merry Christmas, great holiday season. Be careful out there Christmas shopping. And as always, go Dogs.
Merry Christmas.